Hey y'all, welcome to the accountability call. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Inez. I help moms beat burnout through free time and kid-free vacations. Okay. Sounds like something you're interested in. Make sure you stick around. Every Monday we come here and we talk about the things, okay? We're trying to hold ourselves accountable to, not just doing the things we have to do, but doing the things we want to do to build the life that we want, to build the wealth that we want, to have good times in our life. And so, yeah, so I'm joined here with my boo and bestie, Zenitra Perry. How are you, Z?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I'm feeling like right here, which is cool.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll get into the things we learned, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good
Oh,
today.
yes, honey. Yes. I am also feeling good. I did not go to bed last night. And if y'all are new here, go to bed is always my self-care goal. And I didn't go to bed. I'm telling you, I did not go to bed. I was up watching. What was I watching? Freaking the Here's the Thing. Not Here's the Thing. Hardly Initiated podcast. They had one of my favorite guys on there, Tim Ross, and they also had Lecrae on there. That's a really good episode. So if you're a male or female, go watch that joint. And then I also was watching this other podcast by, I don't even know the guy's name, but it's called Diary of a CEO. And he interviewed Daniel Priestley, who is like this guy who started so many businesses. Like his books are really like the framework of business, honey. And I was doing his hair, okay?
Yes, the hair is done. The hair is
So 2
done.
o'clock in the morning, okay? And even though I am not fully rested, I don't feel tired. Like I feel like, okay, Monday, let's get it go. My children had school, praise the Lord. They were home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
My husband had nerd asked me, are they going to school tomorrow? I said, absolutely. What are you talking about here? Like, so yes, I'm feeling very motivated for my week. Even though I did not get to sleep, I should have gotten last night. So what did you learn last week, boo?
Girl, okay. So I'm sure a lot of you may have seen this post going around, but I think you had told me about it and then I saw it. But if you were in the gifted and talented program at your school in the 90s, how's your ADHD, high functioning anxiety, perfectionist based procrastination going? Bonus if you're also the oldest daughter, boom, and now fully immersed in your own spiritual journey.
Oh,
Okay. Can we talk about it?
can we unpack?
I have never felt so seen before in some stranger putting my business on the internet. But that perfectionist based procrastination
Listen,
has had me in the chokehold for quite some time. The high functioning anxiety, let's get into it. So I was in that space. I was in all of those spaces the past week. We'll get into kind of the word of the week, but last week my word should have been adjust. I don't know what I thought I was finna do,
I
but
don't know. I thought I was finna do.
I didn't get to do. I did almost none of them because I really was just adjusting to life post vacation, post freedom, post
Uh-huh.
amazing vacation, and kind of getting back into all the things that is not only entrepreneurship, but like parenting and even just like self care. Like I was really annoyed having to choose my own meals because every vet that I went to had food and I just had to go get in line. So
Right.
now that I actually have to grocery shop, I have to food prep, I had to decide what I want. It was too much. I ain't like it. So I spent last week adjusting, but it ended up, fueling some of my high functioning anxiety because I'm always
Mm.
in the space of trying to unlearn over productivity. Like I don't know how to chill out. And even when I need to chill out, I feel bad for chilling out because I feel like I should be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing that that jumped on my spirit. And then on yesterday, I saw this post that really captured like what I'm trying to be or the space that I'm trying to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And I got 30,000 different social media accounts. So I'm getting to the right one. Okay. So it said, I want it to be easy like Sunday morning, every morning. The more in alignment I become, the less of an urge I have to rush through my day. I want slow, steady, intentional. I want my movements to have meaning. I want to begin and end my day with my nervous system in a state of calm. And that really resonated with me because I hung out on Saturday night with my friends, stayed out too late, then had to get up for church Sunday morning, get the kids up for church Sunday morning, and everybody was off kilter. Like it was a mess. And so one of my friends had sent me this jazz playlist to listen to. And I was like, wow, this feels really calming. And this is what I want my life to feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I was like, I might have to take a break from other music for a moment just because the high functioning anxiety and what is excitement and anxiety can sometimes feel the same, like energy wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's too much. I need to bring it on down. I want to be in
Mm-hmm.
more of a place of calm. And so I felt like just even that awareness over the weekend, like today, I'm walking in calm, right? Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to, excuse me, even when I think about my to-do list, like I, for me right now today, I can't even get excited about it because the excitement is going to drive the anxiety. Like the two go hand in hand right now. So I'm having to bring it on down. So I'm like, okay, this is a task that I'm working on completing right now. Let's get
Mm-hmm.
that done. What's next? I, took time to plan out my day today last night. Am I on track? No. But it's not that I'm not on track. I'm doing the things, just had to make some rearrangements in terms of the order, but staying calm in that space. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so that acknowledgement of high functioning anxiety, perfectionist based procrastination, and then jump into like, no, I want to be more in a place of like calm and peace and ease was like the biggest epiphany. And I'm trying to take that with me into this week.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Yeah, I cannot find that post for some reason. I felt like I sent it to you, but I can't find it on my
What happened?
DM or my Facebook. But that joint took me out as well because so last week Zenitra and I had a conversation about like just some of the things that in our childhood affect the way we move today. And one of the things that I was talking about was like I was never somebody who was achieving in school because I thought I was going to get in trouble at home, right? I was somebody who was achieving in school because there was a image or a standard that I believed was set that I had to uphold for myself, right? I had to be an all A student. I had to be in, exceptional in these extracurricular activities, right? I had to be a good girl. I had, just these things, right? And so when I saw that post, I was like, oh my God. In my mind, I thought that that image was set by my family. But when I saw that post, I'm like, I actually think that image was set by school because I was in the academically gifted program from the third grade on, right? On AP classes, just all of the things, right? Honor society, honor roll, just all the things. So I feel like at a very young age, the standard in my mind was set like that you are gifted, so you have to do X, right? You have to achieve Y. And so when I saw that, what is it, the productive procrastination? What is it called?
Uh, Perfectionist based
Yes,
procrastination.
perfectionist based procrastination. That is definitely woven into the fabric of the way I move, right? Absolutely, right. That's why we talk about on here all the time. We are focused on progression, not perfection, right? Because that is woo, baby. And especially when you get into the place where you're always winning and you're always succeeding, that just drives more perfectionism. Because now it's like, if I'm not this, then what am I? Like, right? So that definitely crunched me in my spirit, like when I seen that last week. The other thing was, I was going to talk about something else, but now that you talked about this, the other thing that I learned last week, so I was watching this video about this girl. Her name is Simone Saunders on YouTube, and she has a video, and I'm about to bring it up because I can't remember the actual name of it, so y'all just ignore it if the sound come on. Hold on. It's called "You're Not Lazy, You're Stuck in the Freeze Response." And I was like, what she talking about,
Mm.
y'all? So what I learned was that what I learned was that there are so on a scale, right, of what you were talking about, your nervous system being regulated, right?
Mhm.
On the scale of your nervous system being regulated, right, you have this window of tolerance, right? Depending upon how much trauma you've had in your life, your window of tolerance is either large or small, right?
Mhm.
In the window of tolerance, that's when your nervous system is regulated, right? You can deal with things, you can be calm, you can encounter things that may be hard, but they don't throw you for a loop, right? Then you have hyperarousal and you have hypoarousal, right? Hyperarousal is when you're at a state where it's too much and you're angry about it, right? You're upset, you're out of control, you feel overwhelmed, all the things, right? And when you're in that state, what you need is to do less. Like you need less things happening to your nervous system, right? So you may need to meditate, right? To in order to bring your nervous system down. And I feel like I understood that completely, right? But what I didn't know about was the hypoarousal, right? And that is what happens when you feel zoned out, when you feel numb, when you feel like you're just spacey, when you're in the social media scroll and you cannot stop, right? And that means that you're in freeze mode, right? So you know they have fight, flight, or freeze. That is freeze, right? You have stopped because you have the same uneasy feeling. Your nervous system is still out of balance, but instead of you being upset or hyper aroused, you're hypo aroused. So you're just stopping everything, right? That's when you just zone out. And I was like, I never realized that, for instance, and this is what moms can relate to. You put your kids to bed and you have not a cell in your body that can do anything else. You cannot even think, right? You don't even want to think. When I put my children to bed, I call it me time, right? So usually 8:30 to 9:30, I'm like, I need an hour just to decompress. In that time, what I end up usually doing is something that is mindless, right? So then when I come out of that time, I don't feel recharged,
Mhm.
right? I feel just as tired and just as worn out as when I put them to bed, right? So what I realized was that state is freeze mode, right? And I was just like, what? I didn't even know my nervous system was irregulated in that moment, right? I didn't realize that what I'm doing is like just stopping, like I cannot do anything else. I just am done, right? So what you need when you're in that state is actually different. It's like you actually need movement,
Mhm.
right? So they were talking about moving your body more. Um, whether it's dancing, whether it, even like what is it? I can't think. But yeah, they were saying that you need to like get into your body more and get out of your mind, right? So don't activate your mind, but you activate your body in order to release that feeling to get out of freeze mode. And I was like, wow, I had no idea, boo. So after I learned that, I was like, you know what? When I put them to bed, like as opposed to just like mindlessly scrolling on social media, because that's usually what I end up doing. What I may do is just listen to really good music, right? And just maybe I'll, dance a little bit, or I just move around, or just like something that allows me to get my nervous system out of freeze mode. So I was like, what? Hey, I had no idea. But also I'm realizing like one of the things that I want to think about as well is just like what that window is. Like for instance, I know for a fact if I'm home with my kids all day, I can't do nothing at night. Like I'm done. Like Friday, Tawana was like, "You want to work out with me?" I was like, "What do you mean? I'm not doing anything. I'm done for the night. I'm done." So just figuring out like what is that window for me, and like when I hit freeze mode, like what I can do to allow myself to do something that is going to make me feel energetically and actually help my nervous system to regulate more than just mindlessly scrolling.
I like that. I like that movement. I worked out for the first time in a long time, like from a strength building perspective. What day was it? Saturday, Friday. And I was literally just like, I was laying on the couch and my friend was like, let's work out. So I'm like, all right, cool. Just like rolled off the couch into mountain climbers.
What?
But
Yeah.
it was crazy because, to your point, like getting to that space of movement, like once I started moving, I'm like, oh, I could do this. I'm still in pain to this day from it. I'm gonna do it again today. But no, I get what you're saying, because I was literally laying on the couch, and I don't know that anything else could have gotten me moving other than movement. So that definitely resonates and makes sense, and it's why it's important to have movement as a regular part of your day, some type of exercise. I don't know what happened. Oh, I do know what happened. My daughter was out of whack. And that completely threw me off of my fitness game. And I don't even want to make it seem like I'm out here doing something crazy, but I used to try and walk the neighborhood, and it would be like 2.5 miles, like every day, like just go for a walk, like just to be outside for 45 minutes. But that really threw me off. So I'm working to like incorporate that back so that it's a regular part, because when I don't have any movement, that freeze that freeze space had me in a chokehold, seriously.
For sure, for sure. So yeah, what did y'all, hey Portia, what is something that you learned last week that you would like to share? And while she is thinking of that, then we're going to talk about the goals for last week. And let me find, because I done switched notebooks, y'all. I'm over here with 3 different notebooks. I had to get a new notebook. I have a notebook that's for like my business stuff, and then I have my old notebook for my to-dos. So let me look and see. Okay, so last week, my first goal was to celebrate getting funded every day. I did not celebrate it all.
Ma'am.
What did I do on Monday? I think I did it Monday.
You did one day of celebration. I remember you did one.
Yeah, I did one. I did one
about it.
Yes.
Well, what happened?
I had forgot, child, completely.
Oh, you forgot. Okay.
Yeah, I completely forgot, child. So yes, then I was supposed to record 2 YouTube videos, and I did that, and I'm so proud of myself, because it took me like it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I'm back at recording my videos, because I wasn't able to find like a flow that allowed me to just easily record them like we do with the accountability call, like we do for tip on top of tip. So I feel like I finally found like a slight flow. I'm still learning it, but I was able to get my 2 videos out, and I'm excited because we'll release the first one this Friday, and it's so good. So y'all look out for that. Turn on notifications if you don't have notifications. The online work, the outline in the workshop. So I did not do that, but I'm working with Z on that this week. Yes. I did get my rehab project started. They actually start today. So I'm excited about that, because it has been a long time coming. And then also reading before bed. So I have started doing more reading before bed in order to rest my mind. It is not a perfect system yet, because again, yesterday I was watching podcasts all night. And I did not go to bed, but baby steps. Okay. And my word last week was energy. And I feel like I did a really good job of like maintaining my energy and keeping my energy up. I was working out almost every day. Shout out to Grow with Joe. Love her workouts. So yes, so I feel like I was pretty accomplished last week for the most part.
That was good.
What about you?
That was good. So, child, first thing I was supposed to do was I was supposed to celebrate finding Avery's school.
Oh yeah.
I did that for 2 days. And so that was Monday and Tuesday. And then I think I can't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday, I'd already gotten a phone call from the new school, like, she's struggling a little bit. And I was like, ooh. So I didn't make it to 7 days of celebration, but I did celebrate the first 2 days. I was supposed to be doing, I don't even really know what this is. Clearly I didn't do it. Registration for some speaker sites. I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to reach out to 5 friends to get them to help promote my Riot Retreats event. I did that times 5. I think I reached out to like 20 people and they reposted it. So was happy about that. And then I had securing a location for truck driving school. Did not do that.
Uh-huh.
The word of the week was freedom. It was supposed to remind me of what I was trying to get back to in terms of what vacation does for me. As I said, the word should have been adjust. It should have been adjust. Like I didn't realize until later in the week that like I needed time to adjust. And this idea of getting back from this long vacation and just diving right back into work, like, girl, stop. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's that high functioning and then the anxiety that surrounds it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no, I got 2 things done, but the other 2 I did not. But we shall try again this week.
Yes, we shall. Yes, we shall. Okay, so let me put this on here. So Portia said last week she was reminded of God's grace in life. Household was down with sickness. Oh Lord, no. Didn't get much done, but saw growth in many ways, which is mind-boggling. Yeah, like sometimes, sometimes the health sit down, right? When you when you're forced to sit down because of your health, you actually get the opportunity to grow in other areas that you may not be focusing on when you're in grind mode and production mode, right? So, yeah, that helps. I hope everybody is well. Now, let me know, is everybody all right? Because I know, honey, the way these baby codes are set up, honey, it's too much. True had a cough this morning. I was like, no, ma'am, vitamins, vitamins. What you're not gonna do is be up here this week. That's what you're not gonna do. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes. Uh what was I gonna say? It was something that you said. Um oh, okay. Still a little mucus, but yeah. Yes, they got to go, honey. Um so that as you said that, I think I'm gonna record a video about recovering and adjusting after vacation, because the after vacay blues, the hangover, right? Like all of that is a real thing. And I think like I've traveling forever, still have it, but I have some things that I do when I get back that help sometimes me to better adjust, especially when you go somewhere without your kids and you come back to the kids. Like, you're like, whose life is this? Like,
Exactly.
who kids is this? So yes, I think I'm gonna do a video on that because I know we'd be in the struggle, all us mothers. So yes, all right. Let's talk about this week. This week, I actually have my goals today, y'all. Now y'all know I usually be writing these goals
Okay, girl.
on this call.
Well, show off
I
then.
have my goals today in my new notebook, y'all. Boom. Trust the journey.
Yes,
Boom.
I love it.
I love these notebooks. Okay, so my first goal for the week is complete the budget and the scope document for my rehab project and to learn a tool for the timeline. So I want to use a tool that is going to allow me to automatically adjust the timeline as things change. And my mom said that Google spreadsheets can do this. And I was like, what? So yes. So I'm Portia talking about showing out because she ain't got nothing. Girl, listen. It's usually me. It's usually me. So yes. So y'all write while I talk through these. The next goal for me is securing a location for my women's circle. So let me tell y'all something about perfectionist procrastination. And also imposter syndrome. So there is a women's circle that I want to host March 27th in partnership with my publicist, DP Jeter. And I have been procrastinating on that joint for 2 reasons. One, because I have not hosted a workshop, I feel like ever, but either way, it's been a very, very long time that I've hosted a live event. 2, I'm just like, how am I going to incorporate this into my actual life? And actually, Portia, I need to reach out to you because you be hosting live events. Just like I'm so used to doing virtual stuff that I'm like, I got to actually go outside and like set up the event outside, like, and bring people to the event outside. It's just a new, it feels very new. And so I've been procrastinating because of course I want it to be amazing. And I want it to be valuable to the people who are coming. But I have just been hesitating on, finalizing the location and just, the event, all these things. I'm just like, oh my gosh, new thing, alert, alert. So I've been stuck in freeze mode on that joint. And we're gonna get out of freeze mode this week for that. What is that? That's real. And yes, please come outside. Yes, honey. I'm just like, but I want to do more events in the community so I can connect with moms locally, and just really start helping people be able to create more free time. And then also let's have some conversations about like what we want to do, who we want to be, things we want to achieve, and then also give people a space where they are, where there's somebody and not just somebody's mama, right? And let's just talk about that somebody. Okay. Okay. So that's what I want to do with this event, and I've been procrastinating, y'all. The other thing is I want to record 2 more YouTube videos so that I'm always ahead. And I want to create a wait list. So one of the things that I've heard about before, but I really want to implement is like just being able to validate interest in your ideas before you run with them from your communities. So one of the things I want to do is, and just gathering data from people so that you can create it in a way that is most beneficial to people who's participating. So I want to create a wait list for the getaway, which I decided I'm not doing the getaway this year. Actually, no, wait. I'm not doing a trip that is outside of Philly this year. Now I may do a staycation getaway this year. But we have too many things going on. We got the project, we move in, like just it's too much. So I want to do something here for moms. So I want to create a wait list for that and kind of gather some ideas about what people want to do. And then I also am thinking about creating an event called Free Time. And it's gonna be like almost like a monthly dinner party or outing for moms who, want to create more free time in their life, but also want to be able to keep a getaway on their calendar. So I also want to get some feedback from people on that. So that is on my to-do list. And the last thing, as usual, oh, actually, no, this is different. Usually my self-care goal is go to bed on time. This week is go to bed cute.
Oh, well, okay. Shout out
to y'all. I saw this somewhere and I was like, she right. This one was talking about how so when I think about self-care in the evening, sometimes I get to it, sometimes I don't. But thinking about one of the principles I wanted to live by this year was getting cute every day, right? Just cute to myself, right? And she was talking about she was basically talking about doing the same thing in the evenings, like get cute at night, get yourself together. She was like, when she was dating her husband, she was like, he'd be like, you really wearing all this lingerie? And then now they've been together and married for some time. He's like, yo, you still wearing this lingerie? So I wear it for me, honey. Like, this is for me. You get to benefit, but this is for me. So I'm like, yeah, I need to do more of that in the evening. So I did it last night and I felt great this morning. I woke up this morning like, okay, girl, go ahead. Face moisturized and soft, like,
yes,
honey, yes. So I'm going to be going to bed cute this week. And hopefully that will encourage me to go to bed. Yes.
That's fine. That's fine. Like whatever you got to do to get to the bed, get to the bed.
Honey. Yes.
Okay. So on my list, first up, I need to follow up with my contact for the speaking engagement. That's kind of booked, but we need to get to contract stage. So we need to move it to the contract stage. So that's one. 2, I need to register for those speaking groups that I didn't do last week.
Mm-hmm.
Need to do that. 3, I have a speaking engagement coming up on Saturday that I need to figure out not what I'm gonna say, but what's the angle. It's a panel that I'm moderating. So I need to figure out like what's the angle. So this is gonna be in my like workshop outline. So for the speaking engagement on Saturday, for Inez's speaking engagement that I'm helping her with, and then I have another partner that I am helping them build a curriculum for. So I have 3 kind of workshop outlines that fall under kind of one goal.
Okay.
Number 4, I just put them kids because you know it's always something going on with them kids that I have to do, and I if I don't put it on the list, it could take up all of my time, and I feel like I didn't accomplish something. But I know I have to do it, so we're putting them on there. And number 5, I got to be in the movement, so there has to be some type of a movement every day, whether it's just going for a walk, actual strength training. But we gotta get back to moving this week. At least 4 days.
I love it. Yeah, this working out. I'm like, I am determined to snatch this back this year. Like, just come on now. Because it ain't getting no easier once you hit the 4th floor, baby. It ain't getting no easier. So
it's really not.
It ain't. Portia, you want to share your goals for the week in the chat? While you're putting those in there, we can talk about our words for the week. So last week, my word was energy. Last week, Z's word was freedom. She said it should have been adjust. Like, okay, Portia said hello. Let me see. All right, so goals for the week. Make at least 5 partner connections during a conference. My first in speaking. Oh, yeah! Come on. In-person speaking engagement for this year. I love it. And wrap up 2 book chapters. I love that you're writing a book because number 1, I can come to you when I get to write mine. Like, this is amazing. And then also the level of content that you will create for your business just from having to write the book. You know, people write the book and then like, you know, they do whole speeches, podcasts, everything just on a single chapter. Right. So this is going to be amazing. So I'm excited for you for that. Yes, a learning process, child. It's a learning process. Okay, so word for the week.
Oh, mine is calm. I got the calm the F down.
Okay. That's hilarious.
My anxiety be having me up here every day. Right. And it is exhausting. Then I wonder why I'm tired. Because you need to bring it on down. You need to meditate.
Yes. Calm down.
You need to chill out. So my word for the week is gonna be calm.
I do not know about mine. Which said I'm actually pulling most of my content from past workshops and curriculum contributions, so it's not as heavy. Yeah, it's not as heavy as a heavy lift. Yes, honey, as Eve would say, copy paste.
Ooh, joy, that's a good one.
Joy is good. Joy is good. Portia's word this week is joy. I don't know what my week is. I mean, what my word for the week is this week, y'all. I'm in a struggle right now. I'm just like, let me think. What are the things I got to get done?
Well, what are you trying to feel this week?
Ugh. Can y'all believe February is over? Let's talk about that. Like, that's I just thought about. I'm just like, this is the last week of Black History Month. Okay, we just got here, and it's the last week. And I'm just kind of like, oh my God, it's March. Like, March. So as I'm wrapping up this last week of February, which is blowing my mind. We got 1 extra day since it's a leap year, but still. Girl, where is quarter 1 going? Okay. What the hell?
You've had double down, you've had energy, you've had help.
Child. You know what? Like, I feel like as I think about this, I was thinking about this when I was driving home today with my children. I want more structure to my day because now that I'm a full-time entrepreneur, it's so easy to get wrapped, and I work from home. It's so easy to get wrapped up in something else than what I need to be doing for the two businesses I run, right? Because my time is mine. Like I create my own schedule. So what I've found is sometimes I'll look up and it's 2:00 and I'm like, what have we done today, girl? Right? Like, and I'm just like, honey, if you was working for the man, by 2:00, you would be very clear what you have gotten done.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I feel like I want to lean into or commit to myself, my tasks, my goals for the day in the same way that I used to commit to my stuff when I was in my 9 to 5. Because I feel like it's going to give me more momentum. The other thing is, let me see. One of the things I learned about last week that I was going to share earlier was I love Transformation Church. I watch it all the time, honey. If I could live in Tulsa and it wasn't in the middle of nowhere, I would be there. Okay. But so their whole series is about, a fresh perspective, a fresh look on things as opposed to new, right? And, stopping looking for the new things and really focus on doing what God told you to do before and looking at it with fresh eyes and approaching it with a fresh perspective. So, I feel like that may be my word, because one of the things he talks about with regard to like how to keep something fresh is like, you have to keep the passion alive, right? So you have to be more present. You have to get more people involved. You have to keep your perspective healthy. So being in community of people who have a good perspective about the hardships, which I feel like we create here on Accountability Call. And then you also have to keep your possession powerful, which means like you have to own your vision and you have to keep your ownership strong and protect it from, anything that could harm it or that can knock you off your block, right? And so I feel like for me, I want to approach both of my businesses. Like I want to approach both of my businesses this week with a fresh energy, because I feel like a lot of times that is what is getting me distracted, is the fact that I'm just kind of like going through the motions, right? I'm just like, oh, I got to do check. Okay. And then I'm just like, there's no like freshness to it. So I think that's going to be my word for the week, is fresh, just as a reminder to, even as I'm approaching these things, like approach them with, fresh perspective and fresh energy, as well as like, just a fresh way of doing these things, right? Just, if I'm completing the budget and the scope, just don't sit down and do the things. Think about how I can innovate it in a way that it is going to be most useful for me as we continue to do more properties, right? Not just thinking about now, but thinking about how am I going to systematize and automate these things in the future for myself. So I think that's going to be my word this week. I'm going to just write it down because I'm feeling it in my spirit. All right. So, ciao. We have made it. We have made it,
girl. We made it,
honey. We're kicking off the last week of February 2024 with some calmness, some freshness, and some joy. Okay.
I love it.
I love it. Y'all, if you are watching the replay, drop in the chat or in the comments what your word for the week is, your goals for the week. You can hold yourself accountable. If you need an accountability partner, right? Listen, let me tell y'all, ain't nothing like accountability, because a lot of the things would not be getting done. For instance, the money in our bank account right now for our property would not be getting done had I not been doing this accountability call. Like the fact that the outline for this presentation that I'm doing, the fact that I'm working with Z on it is the only reason that I know I'm gonna get it done this week. Okay, so you have to have accountability, especially in the areas that are difficult for you or new for you. You don't feel confident in them. Get your accountability partner. So if you need an accountability partner, put it in the chat. I mean, put it in the comments. What you need accountability on. You know, also if you're interested in creating, you know, maybe some sort of accountability call together, like we might have to actually do a real accountability call with our audience, right? Let me know. Like, let us know if we want to do a real accountability call where we have not just us on here, but y'all on here too. Okay. So yes. And other than that, we
And
will
keep
see
pulling
y'all.
up. Keep pulling up every Monday.
Yes.
We are here around 10-ish.
10-ish. Yes, 10-ish.
So
If you
between
go to
10
my
and
IG,
10:15.
I will post that I'm going live so y'all know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and Z's IG is, what is your ID?
My Life Unlearned. I
My Life
posted it there
Unlearned.
too. Yeah.
Okay.
They're
All
coming from my page. I haven't been doing it, but as I did it today to bring people here. Every Monday, I'll let y'all know when we're about to go live. But we're here every week.
All right, y'all. Have a good week. Bye, Portia.
Bye,
See
Portia.
y'all.